listen to it auditory, that's a podcast. Visual is never a podcast.
That wasn't me.
Can't be me. That's Omar again? Now, that was me that did it last time?
That was you.
Oh, that was my fault. All right, what happens? Let's put it on silent. Let's do that. That was Omar. Well, he has my phone, but... So I want you to introduce yourself and tell them everything that you want them to know about you. And I'm excited about this this particular conversation we're about to have because it involves health. And to me, no matter how much money you got in the bank, I don't care how rich you are, if you're in a hospital bed wheezing, you will pay any amount of money to be able to just be healthy.
Facts, facts.
So real health is wealth. And Steve Jobs had everything, but he doesn't have life right now to enjoy it.
Yep.
So you want to make sure you're healthy. And I like to look at things in different perspectives. And I'm a person that has, you know, diabetes. So I'm interested in how to make myself better. And this is our subject matter tonight. So with that said, introduce yourself.
All right, so my name is Yahki Rafa Elohim, and everybody call me YahkiAwakened. I am a master herbalist, naturopathy. I am a certified biochemist, and I also just got my doctorates in natural science and health, which I'll be graduating on March the 3rd in LA, so that's going to be pretty cool. But basically, I ended up healing myself when I was younger. I had a heart attack when I was 21, and that heart attack scared me straight. Not only did I have heart attack, but I did have diabetes. I didn't have hyperglycemia.
Type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I didn't have type 1, I had type 2. I had toenail fungus real bad, scar tissue on my heart. My kidneys was functioning at a low percentage, and I had liver issues. And I changed my diet.
All at 21?
All at 21, man.
What was you doing that? What were you doing that you had an old man intestine body pause at 21? Like you must have been going rock star for
Yeah, I was eating horrible, staying up all.
How horrible though? Like
man,
pork rinds, sandwiches?
No, so I
like,
really never ate pork. My mama was Muslim, and you know she always kept that out of me. But eating a bunch of steak, I was deep into the Hebrew Israelite community too, so a bunch of lamb. But it wasn't that though. I was staying up days at a time on the corners, in the streets.
Wait, let's talk about that. So, from my understanding, I could be wrong, but pause. Meat, beef, I said pause, is the #1 cause of diabetes, cancer,
Yes.
and heart disease.
Yes.
So basically, because of you being used to eating a steak, and to me, you know, I would never let my oppressor feed me. Why would they feed me healthy food?
Exactly. Or why would they give you healthy education or anything?
All of that. They fed slaves chitlins.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not going to trust my oppressor, but also like these times when food is a way to make money, they're going to take every shortcut. So there's doo-doo because they don't get to go nowhere, so they shit all over themselves, the cows, and then there's canker sores all over, so it's pus. And then when they kill them, you know, a shrimp, when you bust the back of a shrimp, and you take that little doo-doo line out.
Yeah, that's the intestinal tract of a shrimp.
Right. Could you imagine what's in a cow?
Yeah, but the crazy thing about a cow is...
They put it all in the same blender.
But even if none of those things happen to what you just said, and that cow was organically grass-fed, it didn't have canker sores on it, you raise it, you was with it every day, it's stable, was not, you know, in the fields it was clean, it'd still be unhealthy for you. You can have organically grown, fed cow that you never gave any growth hormones and growth steroids to grow fast for consumption, and it will still be unhealthy because the fact is we have to eat by natural selection and what the Creator created us to eat, and it never was meat anyway. So whether it's healthy, organic, grass-fed, or whether it's filled with steroids, with canker sores, and it's full of his own shit, either or in both case scenarios, we still cannot consume it because we're not made to eat those what you would call complex proteins.
Well, what I know, what I heard is like a dog's intestines are a little smaller. They meant to eat beef.
Yeah.
But our intestines, it takes too long. We're not meant to eat pork beef. And what I was gonna say is, yeah, that doo-doo gets all over the meat.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a tolerance for a certain amount of doo-doo to be on the food you eat, a certain amount of pus to be on the food you eat, and a certain amount of rat hair, because they got to move that dead meat around.
Yeah.
You know, and pause for the whole conversation.
And what I'm saying is this: whether all of that was that's worst case scenario.
But
because of intestines, we ain't supposed to be eating it anyway.
Now, on a moral level, for me, and I'm not saying that I believe certain words that were preached, but these are things that were said. God said that thou shalt not kill. It didn't say thou shalt not kill humans. It said thou shalt not kill.
I agree to that.
And if there's an option, animals eat each other, they have a certain degree of intelligence. But I think if they had the option to cook their food and, do things a little different, then I think that they may not be savages in that way. So I think we have to evolve because of our time on this earth, the way we approach, the way we survive.
Yeah.
Death should never be, the death of one should not be the survival of another to me.
Well, since we bringing up the Bible, even though, some will agree and some will disagree, if you look at the chapter Genesis, chapter 1, verse 26 all the way to 29, it talks about, how the Creator gave us a dietary law in the beginning in the Garden of Eden. And he said that the fruits shall be meat unto us and the vegetables shall be for our healing. And then he gave the actual animal kingdom a diet too. And there was actually vegetables. And that's why if you look out in the vast majority of the animal kingdom, a lot of the animals like cows or most of the animals that we eat other than the pork and stuff, they only eat vegetation. You know what I'm saying? And then when you look at our physiology and anatomy, we are more frugivores than anything. So, you have frugivores, you have herbivores, you have omnivores, and then you have carnivores. When you look at our body, our anatomy, like you was talking about with our intestines, we're not made to eat meat. We have short canines. We can't rip into the meat. We don't have claws. We can't tear flesh from the bones. The hydrochloric acid in our stomach is not hot enough to break down these complex proteins. We are upright, vertical people. We're not horizontal. We don't have tails that have sensors on them. We can't get up to 50 to 60 miles an hour to track down our prey. In fact, if you look at our anatomy, in order for us to even go kill and hunt these animals, we have to make tools outside of ourselves to basically look like the natural instincts and anatomy of other animals to even go hunt these things. That's why you see
make something that looks like a tooth to kill.
Yeah, exactly, and which is what you would call a knife. Now they're even getting more advanced, and they're just creating shotguns. And notice they're camouflaging themselves to even blend in with nature, to hide in nature, to wait on these things to come to them. But if you look at a lion, and if you look at tigers and bears, they match their environment, they camouflage with their environment, and they're impulsive hunters. When they see they prey, they crouch and then they get up to 60, 70 miles an hour and go track it down. You look at a bear. When a bear is in the ocean or in a lake, not an ocean, but a lake, notice how it swipes its fish. You need to go get a fishing pole and everything else. But we got this big 400 to 800 pound grizzly bear that can move so quick with the way it snatches the fish out of the ground, and you can't do that.
So basically nature makes, a person that has, or an animal that has to do these things, they give them a method and a strength to do it a certain way.
Exactly.
We do an artificial way of doing it.
Showing you that everybody inside of this universe have a selective eating. I like to use the analogy of this, right? When you look at the bird kingdom, all of them are called fowls or all of them are called birds. But
100% doo-doo on birds.
But if you look at birds, right? Birds are broken down into selected species inside the bird kingdom due to their geographical location. So you have something called the parakeet, right? And if you look at the parakeet loves fruit. It loves fruit. You notice the parakeet doesn't eat meat. But then if you look at a vulture flies around and only eats meat. And it waits for something to die on the side of the road, or sometimes it'll even kill it and it'll eat that type of meat. Same thing with the feline kingdom. You have a jungle lion, or what you would call a African lion, and then you have a mountain lion.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
If I was a bird, I'd probably be an eagle.
Yeah,
I definitely would be a parakeet.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. If I was a bird, me studying birds, I'd be a crow. Crows are some of the smartest, but they some of the smartest birds ever. They speak very, very good. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to teach them to speak. A crow can be around and learn your language within a month. You know, their eyesight is good.
Time out.
Yeah.
You've seen a crow speak?
Yeah, man, you can get on your phone right now and Google speaking crows, man.
All right.
Crows.
I need everyone that watches this to Google speaking crows.
Yeah, we can find somebody to Google it right now.
Where's Walter? You don't know? No.
You know why they're not saying that? Because crows are black. Black birds can speak, and they don't want to say nothing about it. I had be a parakeet.
I had 2 pet crows when I was little, man. Well, I had 2 pet crows. One was named Salt. It was black, and the other name was Pepper, which was black too. I ended up freezing them to death, though. They sat on my porch, man.
And they froze going outside?
They was in the cage. Yeah, man. Cried for 2 days off of that. But they were they were speaking crows, though. Speaking crows. But I was just saying, and when you look in the bird kingdom, you have birds that eat seeds, you have birds that eat fruits, and then you have birds that eat meat and even other birds. Same thing with the feline family. When you look at the feline family based off the geographical location and where they at, you have certain lions that is prone to the cold, that if you put them in Africa, they die for overheating. But then you have an Africa lion that's in the actual desert that if you put it where a mountain lion at, it would die for being too cold. So
would you rather be a lion or a tiger?
I wouldn't choose to be neither, to be honest with you.
About in the animal kingdom is that no matter what, when you get old, the younger person, the alpha, they're going to challenge you, and then they're going to beat you down. And
kill you.
Once you lose, they kill you.
That's what they do.
Hyenas eat the head. The queen hyena eats the head of the other queen.
Yeah.
So if you're the queen, you know when you get old, you're going to die getting your head.
And usually with the lion and the lion of the pride usually get killed and eaten up by his wives, by the women that go hunt.
They jump on.
Yes. Yeah, once it get weak and it can't reproduce no more, and he get too lazy.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah, they don't say get out. They kill him. They kill him and then they eat him.
So that would mean that if a man becomes worthless, that his wife should kill him.
No, they don't mean that.
I'm saying,
we ain't no feline. Yeah, nature, but we ain't no feline.
What I'm saying, well, yo, that's your job, or your chick's gonna kill you. Take care of your girl, or she gonna kill you. You know what I mean? That's what your job is. Period.
But no, that's the way I took this approach with health and healing anyway. I went into nature and I looked at what we closely assimilated with, which was the primate kingdom. And I'm like, dang, this is a big, strong gorilla. But I noticed that the gorilla didn't eat meat.
Yeah, eat no meat.
Eat no meat. You know what I'm saying? And
I went to, Bubbles was a gorilla, right? He was a chimpanzee?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I don't know if he was a gorilla or a chimpanzee. But he was. I know when I went to Neverland, Bubbles was a grown man, and he was hot. He was mad. He was spitting at everybody. Ooh. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, but a lot of them we be denaturing our wild, man, and blocking them in prisons, and that's what be making them act super different.
Let me ask you this. It seems a lot easier to eat a vegetable than have to kill something. Why wouldn't we have embraced humanity for the narrative, eating healthy? Why would we want to have that be our narrative to resort to doing things that aren't healthy and a little savage?
Because
Why?
Because biologically, man is rebellious by nature. We're just a rebellious.
We're just dumb.
And but being dumb is a form of rebellion, though.
It's a form of dumb.
It's a form of rebellion too.
I don't understand logic over like I'd rather die and eat nasty shit to prove that because. Well, who are they rebelling against? Grass? Like, I don't get it. Who's rebelling?
I think we rebel against the natural order of everything because.
Why?
Because it's just in man. What's crazy when you look at any literature, whether we're talking about the Anunnaki,
God just decided to
whether we're talking about, Adam and Eve being made by the creator Yahweh, we can get to all these different names and gods. In literature, it shows that we was given a selective law and order by the universe, and we naturally rebelled against it.
You know why? Because we only have access to 8% or 12% of our brain.
I kind of disagree with that.
Well, that's what I heard.
I think that's the narrative that they pushing. I think
you think people have more percent of their brain and they're this dumb?
No, so I think
you got to be this dumb to do stupid shit for no reason.
But I'm talking about people that operate and living in different environments. What I mean by that.
Have you heard that we only have 12%?
Yeah.
Why do you think
no, they say geniuses. They say that we only use 7.5 to 8% of our brains, and then geniuses use 12% of their brain.
I was talking about me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All I know is I got 12. But my point is,
I think I got more than that.
Yeah, but how much more?
I don't know. So this is what I'm
Well,
saying.
think about it. Let's just think about this. Because, again, we do a lot of dumb shit as men. It doesn't make sense. Like you said, our order is to rebel, whether it's right or wrong. That's our ego. What would it look like if we, like, that literally means that we only, if you're a genius, you only have 88%, you're only using 12%. There's 88% of things going on that you know nothing of. 80%, and again, we don't, isn't 80% of the earth water?
Yeah, it's what they tell us.
Right, exactly. But we don't know what's going on in the 80% of that water. What the fuck's going on in the other 80% of our brain? What are we missing? 80%? Can you imagine if we just had 10 more percent?
Yeah.
Imagine if we had 50%?
Yeah.
Do you imagine all the things, the dimensions we don't see?
And that's all I was just finna say.
88% of what we're seeing, we don't see. We only get to see 12% of what's presented to us.
Yeah.
And that's
Looking at the
logic.
universe through a peephole.
So how can we not say we're dumb? Not dumb. We are dumb.
So,
we only have 12% of
this,
100%.
But this is
of
what
our
I'm
brain.
saying though. What happened if we didn't?
And men are in control over women. And I think that's dumb.
But this is what I'm saying, Dame. What happened if we are the ones that didn't put that limitation on us?
We did. The Anunnakis, they only programmed us to have 120 years.
Exactly.
They only get.
They capped us with telomeres.
We're genetically modified by the Anunnaki. We were put here to build those goddamn pyramids because the GGs got mad about being slaves, and the neck and the, I hang out with Billy Carson.
Yeah, I hear Billy all through you. But this is what I'm saying. So if we was created by this higher reptilian race species, right?
I don't think reptilian.
I mean,
there's a lot of
Anunnaki.
That's we going to it?
I mean, I'm just saying. We're talking about the Anunnaki.
Well, yeah, the Anunnaki.
These are serpent creatures or serpent beings.
Well, the Anunnakis were black.
I mean, some
they
say
weed and beer. They had to be black.
Some say when you go into ancient Mesopotamia, you look at the.
Oh no! I need you to talk to Billy. I'm not gonna go back because I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Everything I know is heard from Billy, so I ain't gonna be able. You can twist curve. I ain't doing that with you. I'll get Billy in here to do that. We ain't gonna do that one. He ain't gonna toast me on that.
But this is what I'm saying though. When we speaking about science though, you said one thing correct. You said that
I said a lot of things correct.
We were limited, right? So we got telomeres, meaning that they capped off our DNA and they gave us 120 years. We see now through our diets and these cages that we in that we call the matrix, we only living to be 60 to 65.
Yeah, but they're starting to say that in the next 10 years we'll be able, because of like the stem cell stuff and all that other thing. Let me ask you this, just to pivot real quick. I'm a diabetic.
Right.
And this is a very important conversation to me because we spoke, and I have to go because this is real for me. Now, I heard you get Dr. Sebi and all that can cure type 1, and I've never seen a doctor validate anyone that said they've ever been cured of type 1. Mm-hmm. I've never really seen anyone type 1. You told me about this girl that's saying that she got cured of it, but I've never seen it. And the questions I asked you is, there's never been a doctor to validate it. Like, if I was ever to take some herbs and tea or whatever it is, diet, and was able to not be diabetic, the next time I would go see my doctor to show him I'm not, or her, that I'm not diabetic, I would be in the medical journal. And there's no conspiracy or anything that would stop that because I would go to the paper and say it myself. So I don't understand all these people that are cured, how come they themselves, and some people do on this level, but if you call the Wall Street Journal and a doctor validates that, then I believe that it's quantified, but I've never seen a quantified, doctor-approved, and did you ever get to see the Dr. Africa episode I had with him?
Yeah, I seen that.
With him and the doctor?
Yeah, I watched
He didn't argue with the doctor. But go ahead.
So, I mean, we can sit down with a doctor whenever you want, but yeah, most definitely. Let's
I'm
set
not
that
saying
up.
you're wrong.
No, I know, but I want to set that up.
One question I'm asking is why hasn't, and again, why hasn't a doctor said, and again, doctors aren't that level of conspiracy. I know doctors.
I know a bunch of them too.
But they don't be so rich that they would hide a secret like that. They would want to go get rich from exposing a secret like that. How come a doctor has never quantified a patient? Because if you have a disease, you got to go to the doctor. So
to get diagnosed.
And if I think that my blood sugar is now regulated, I'm gonna go to a doctor to make sure. Mm-hmm. At that point, I just feel like it would be public knowledge. I don't, that conspiracy thing I don't get, but I'm listening to you now.
So me personally, because I can't speak for other healers or herbalists or somebody out here selling a product, but me personally, whether it's diabetes 1, which is 3 people that I know of, you know, that's not on insulin pens and pumps no more from actually going through my protocol. I didn't personally send them to the doctor. I told them to go back and get their levels checked, but they checked they levels themselves.
That's not a diabetic. Type 1 diabetic doesn't do that. I'm
So,
a type
so,
1, and type 1
so
diabetic.
let me finish that.
Let
me finish. So they been off of their insulin pump for 2 years, another one for about 2 years and 2 months, and then recently
after the first 6 months, a doctor would call and check and say, "Yo, what's going on?" And then you say, "I don't need an insulin pump no more." Then he'd say, "Bring your ass in here so I can make sure."
So check this out.
And you
so
tell me all 3 of those people didn't feel like going to the doctor?
hold on, I got a story though.
All right, go ahead.
So and this same lady that doesn't have diabetes 1 no more, she was actually she reversed her herpes too, where she don't have herpes anymore. So she went back to the doctor to get both of them checked. The herpes was completely gone, but he still promoted and wanted her to push to take the actual suppressive medicine and the lysine, even though she didn't have herpes no more. And her actual A1C was good and her glucose levels was regulated. And he still said she had diabetes when she didn't. So then, like, just me personally, with a situation like that, what do you do when you see?
You know what I do? I take a picture of my doctor, put all his credentials, and I do a post and say, "This guy right here, da-da-da-da-da," and I make the whole world know, and then he has to answer the question and give him some accountability.
Because this happens all the time in the medical field, especially when it comes to herpes, especially and cancer. And cancer. Well, we see that these things are gone and eradicated. And like, for instance, there was a woman in St. Louis, Missouri, where her breast cancer was reversed. You know, she had triple negative invasive ductal carcinoma breast cancer. We got rid of the breast cancer, changed her diet. She didn't have it no more. They came back, they rescanned her. They did another biopsy, found out that she didn't have no more cancerous tumors in her duct nose, in her breast. Guess what they said? They said, even though the cancer's gone, we still think you should do chemotherapy and we should take both breasts. What do you do in a situation like that?
Put them on TV.
You see what I'm saying? So,
No,
so I'm glad we're talking about this now, because you giving other solutions.
Right.
You know, because you know, with me, I'm not saying I'm scared to send none of my clients back to the doctor, but I have seen some of the worst horrible stories where we see somebody change their diet and change their environment and go back to the doctor, and the doctor still tell them, even though that they clear of everything that they was just diagnosed with, well, we still think you should take this medicine, and it ain't gone, it's just in remission. If it's out of the body, it's out of the body. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
No, I get it. Let's switch gears. This is the CEO show. What's your business model?
So my business model is, how's it structured?
What's your business model? What makes you your money?
What makes me my money?
Like, I talk about my business model. I do.
I sell health and wellness products, and I do real estate. So creative content, health and wellness products, and real estate.
So based on what you say, you make products that help. Because I sell, I have Dash supplements.
Yeah.
I'm actually on some Dash supplements now, so I might have to go to the bathroom in a minute. That was too much information, right? But I got this one, I call it the shit pill. Mm-hmm. And when I eat too much and I eat bad food and I want to work out and I feel bloated, I take 5 of them joints, and it gets me back right.
So I got one that's called 3 Bitters, and it does the same thing, except you probably going to use it like 20 times in one day. It really, really flushes.
No, yeah. I didn't say you go once. You go all day. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm hoping it don't catch me now, because it caught me. I try to time it. It's gentle. Yeah. But, when I eat, because, what I want to do? I want to bring a vegan chef up here, too. Come on up here. Because I want to know, because that's why I took the pill, because I ate all food and some pizza, and I was like, I'm just, come on up. So this is a vegan chef.
Hey, how you doing? Peace, got it.
And what I'd like to do, and I didn't get to the business model, but we talked about the vitamins. And
I don't sell vitamins.
Not the vitamins, what they call supplements.
Yeah, I don't call mine supplements either. I call mine natural cell foods, just natural foods.
Oh, it's a food to eat?
Yeah, so herbs are food. Herbs are food.
Put it in the pills, it's still a food?
Yeah, it's still a food.
All right, so I sell food too.
Yeah.
All right, I sell herbal food.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. No, I changed my
yeah. It's safer that way too.
She made some your menu yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you. I don't have to tell the top secret thing about it. It's a vegan dish, macaroni, beef ribs, but they're not ribs, but they taste good as hell. Oxtails.
What you make them out of mushrooms, the oxtails?
I'm gonna let y'all do this.
Wings.
Now, this is what I like to do. I'm type 1 diabetic, and I really want to figure out whatever I need to do, because food is something I enjoy.
Yeah, me too.
So if I have to just take a shot to eat the right, so at least it could taste good, I'm like, goddamn, I got to take a shot. I might as well be able to eat. Whether it's 1 unit or 5, I still got to break skin. But, I got the thing hooked up to me. And
yeah, the pump.
this is what I got.
Yeah.
Besides the CEO drawers, excuse me.
Yeah, I see the pump, dog. Yeah.
This gives me the insulin. And this tells me what my blood sugar
Your levels,
is. Now, when I eat her food, my carbs do go up.
Yeah.
And it stays there for a while. So
when you say for a while, what you mean? How many hours?
Sometimes it depends on how much insulin I give myself, how much I ate. But it does stay up there a little longer sometimes with certain things. I wanted her to go over the ingredients. And can you tell me what she could make me as a diabetic that can cure me that can still taste good?
All right, so
I'm going to let y'all do that for a quick second.
Okay.
Because also I talk too much, and I want you to talk.
Okay.
I got you. So you stopping yourself then? Yeah. So for instance, what did you make them yesterday or today?
So here's the crazy thing, right? I made plates and I removed the rice from his plate.
Yeah.
And I didn't give him any macaroni, but he ended up
Getting the macaroni
someone
anyway,
else's plate.
because that was the first thing I was gonna say.
Right,
Take
it's the
take the
rice. Yeah,
the
so-
macaroni
and that
the
too.
high carbohydrates out.
Right. So when I make his plates, I don't usually provide that stuff because I try to adhere to the things, but the plates got mixed up.
Okay.
So, and I tried to tell him, but whatever. But as far as the proteins, or the meats, my oxtails are made out of jackfruit, mushrooms, and beans.
Okay, what kind of mushrooms you use?
I use portobello mushrooms for them, and young green jackfruit, and black-eyed peas and black beans to make the oxtail, and chickpea flour to bind it together, and rice paper.
Yeah.
And then I had wings as well. The wings are breaded in chickpea flour, fried in grapeseed oil, and I use enoki mushrooms.
Okay.
And I also made the ribs, which are made out of jackfruits as well.
You're using some good stuff, but like for diabetes, I would recommend no cook food, especially with him because he got diabetes mellitus 1, meaning he insulin dependent. And all of the things that you just said, once the body break them down, it breaks down into glucose, and that's what the pancreas needs. When you look at the pancreas create these 3 different types of cells. You have the alpha cells, you have the beta cells, and the delta cells. The beta cells produces something called insulin, and the whole point of insulin is to act as a key mechanism to unlock the cell to allow glucose to make it into the actual cell to be used as energy. Right. Well, all the foods you just mentioned actually breaks down into glucose. So what I would do is I would try to bypass the pancreas, and the best way to bypass the pancreas is using another essential monosaccharide, or what you would call a sugar, and this is fructose. Fructose is the only sugar molecule, monosaccharide molecule, that doesn't need the pancreas because it goes a lipid route. And all the lipid route means is like this oil soluble route which goes through the liver. So what we do is with type 1 diabetic clients is we put them on an all fruit diet. Now, contrary to popular belief, people like, well, fruits is going to raise my glucose level. Yes, some will, but all won't. So we play this titter-totter game, basically, where you go on an all-raw fruit regimen, and then we test certain fruits out, and then we check your glucose level after you eat the fruit. We check it 30 minutes after, then we go an hour, then we go to 2 hours, and if it's anything above 2 hours, we tell you can't have that fruit. And what we noticed doing this for the last 10 years, that usually we get up to 10 to 12 fruits that somebody that is type 1 diabetic, they can eat these 10 to 12 fruits and it won't raise their blood sugar more than an hour and a half to 2 hours. All right, let's go. Come on. Let's walk back in. Let's do it.
Come on in. You got questions. Can I hit that mic?
Let's do it.
And also,
This one?
yeah, I have a question.
So, but to answer your question, you was asking what you can eat. I will automatically tell y'all to don't do no cooked foods and do all fruit.
I'm not going to enjoy that.
I know, and I know you want to.
I'd rather take a shot.
And look, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. But the ones that we have worked with that have.
Something about the fruit.
Yes, go ahead.
I've eaten a lot of fruits all over the world, and they all make my blood sugar. Because when my blood sugar is low, I eat fruit to bring it back.
Yeah, to bring it back up.
I know you were telling me that it's about how long it stays there.
Yeah,
it stays there until I put insulin in my body.
So
cherries, cantaloupe, blueberries.
But just on an average, though, Dame, on an average, right? On an average, just give me an average time limit that it stays up.
Bro, who in the world is worried about? I can't do that
in
my life. I'm a rock star. I'm a degenerate. I smoke weed. There's no way that I could become a doctor or be able to measure metrics. I don't even pay my own bills.
I'm asking, Dang, it's simple. Though. I'm just saying, once you eat the fruit, when you check your glucose load, when you check it, how long does it stay high? You know, how long does it stay high?
It all depends. Like, so, example, today, that's what I was saying. My sugar stood high for a while, and I had to take a lot. But the thing is, you don't want to take too much insulin because then it goes too low. So, you know, certain things I could gauge it. Like, for example, when I go to a airline, when I go to an airport, and if I eat airport food, that shit has my sugar. Like an egg sandwich will have my shit up for the whole day.
Yeah, super processed. I
can tell if something's not healthy by how long it keeps my sugar up. But I love her food so much. I want it cooked. I want all of that. Because, again, sometimes there's food that you eat more portions of. It's like when you're like a real serious, like at one time I had like a chef that counted everything. I would go to a restaurant with my own food. But I just couldn't enjoy my life like that.
See, but now then we get into two different parts of the healing. So now we get into what can I do more healthier to maintain my diabetes better. How does a
person that doesn't want to compromise things that they enjoy?
That's the question, Dave.
But
that's the big question.
I might have enjoyed a cheeseburger, but I can't eat a cheeseburger.
Right.
I can't eat no meat because I know what it does to me.
Right.
But what you're telling me are things that I've never seen a fruit that I could. I'm gonna test it out. And I'll just have some insulin on me.
And that's all I think, and that's what I think me and you should do. But like I remember our previous conversation, you was basically just saying like you're not willing to compromise your happiness for it though.
I'd rather take a shot.
Exactly.
So work out and do all the other shit.
And that's what I'm saying.
So what can I do to compensate for the fact that I'm not willing to do certain things?
You doing what you're doing right now, but monitoring. This is a good conversation. I'm glad we having this because a lot of people ask that because a lot of people's not willing to go on a mono fruit diet and do all of that either. I'm too busy. I'm working. I'm addicted to food.
I move around too much.
But the ones that have did that have figured out ways to get rid of that insulin pen.
Of time like everyone else does.
I got you.
He had a question. Yeah.
Hold on, but let's answer yours first though.
Okay, go ahead.
So what I would do is in your situation, stay working with her. And I will incorporate more raw foods.
I don't like raw foods.
So this is what I'm saying. So something gonna have to give though.
I can't go from like barbecue ribs. It's better than a real rib. That's how I look at it. At least it's better. It might be not the best for me, but it's better than a real rib.
So what I can say is this: there's two options for you.
And no one had to die, and no have no guilt.
So what I do is there's two options. You either gonna just keep using your pen like you said.
Well, I got this.
Well, your pump.
Well, there's innovations that are happening.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
We're going into the George Jetson world, so AI will be able to fix this soon.
Or until AI is able to fix that, you know, if that truly come to happen,
it's gonna happen.
Do what you're doing with the food now. Certain foods you're gonna have to just monitor. The ones that
portions,
spike it, and the ones that spike it high, lower the portions on them.
But maybe there's an ingredient that could like give her the same effect. Because what she does, her food is delicious.
So, for example, would quinoa be a better?
No, I don't want quinoa. I want rice.
I
don't like quinoa. I want rice.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like we dealing with Dame here.
That rice.
We dealing with Dame, so it's like.
But what if I told you I could make quinoa
taste like rice?
Because you definitely made. She made a mushroom texture.
Yeah. Like, even when I make my dishes, I'll go and I'll research everything that I'm putting in, and I'll make his plate to omit certain things.
Yeah, she does.
Whatever I bring for everyone else.
Yeah.
And the texture, her texture. She's been the closest person to make a fake oxtail. You got to. You didn't bring none of this? Because you knew we was all like, that shit was so good. It's like Thanksgiving when she bring you got it. You OD.
I didn't even get any.
But stuff like that though, you know, replacing the rice for quinoa, but quinoa is a fruit that yields glucose, so it probably will raise it as well. You see what I'm saying?
Anything that I put in my body that turns into a carb is gonna raise it.
But that's what
it's
I'm
like.
Essentially, everything that you eat turn into a carb.
Exactly.
Though. Everything.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
But the insulin is what brings it back down.
Yeah.
So if you can make my insulin, or you know what, I got a surprise for you too, real quick.
But if I was you, if I was Dame, I'm gonna tell you what I do if I was Dame. Okay. I say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm finna just eat this all fruit diet. I'm finna put Yahki to the test. He either finna be a liar or a hero and try me out. That's what I do.
Don't get mad if I don't like it.
Hey, no, facts.
Now, he had a question.
I just recently switched over to the realm of doing the vegan alkaline.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I heard you mention earlier about the 10 fruits.
Yeah.
What are those 10 fruits? I'm not gonna waste my time.
Everybody is different though. Everybody fruits is different depending on your chemical makeup.
Okay.
You know, your fat composition. Everything is different for you. So you would have to do your fruits until you find the ones that don't keep your glucose level high. Now you said you switched over to alkaline. Yeah. My next question would be, is it cooked food? Because if it's cooked food, it ain't alkaline. Because the moment you put a fire to it, it changes the chemical composition and the molecular structure of the food, and we can't call that alkaline food.
That's his alkaline water right there. Yo, come on up here.
And the only true alkaline.
Let's let the band ask questions.
And the only true alkaline water is natural spring water.
Yeah. All right. Just pass the little one around.
So the only true alkaline water is spring water. That's good. So this is what you will call hydrogen electric water. So this is hydrogen water. So you still changing the molecular structure, and it's still changing from H2O to H3O2. So you still changing the structure of the water that can hold more memory and hydrate the cells. Yeah, but we can't call that alkaline water though. It'll be, well, I can't say that. Scientifically, we have to say man-enhanced or man-made alkaline water. But you have alkaline water that was made by the creator that's in the springs of rock beds that you call spring water. Yeah, but, you know, you do got different machines now and different cups like the hydro that put extra atoms and extra hydrogen molecules to your H2O, and it changes to H3O. Then if you can put another centrifugal force on it, it'll change it into H3O2. And this is when you start messing with the hydrophilic particles of the water. Hold a light to it, and that's how you change it. But sunlight does it naturally to the spring water. You see what I'm saying? And it does it to fruits too. So to me, if you really want to get like some truly, truly highly structured water, drink your fruits. If you're not diabetic, though.
Yeah.
But as if you're not diabetic.
Yeah. I'm going to drink my fruits and eat my fruits anyway. It don't even matter.
Yeah. That's just 9.5.
It's not. And that's another thing, too. We don't really need them very, very high elevated alkalis anyway.
I can make the super alkaline,
yeah.
But it's salty. That's the 9.5, which is basically what you're born at.
Yeah.
So that helps since I've been on it for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
That's all I drink.
That's good. That's good.
Carry a bag everywhere I go.
Yeah.
So I make it every morning. Fresh.
But look, this what I say though. If you can't find natural spring water and you can't trust the source, fuck it. You know, make your own. You know,
tap water.
Make your own.
That's the best I can make my water, and I never buy bottled water. I make bags and bags. I give people bags and bags, and you detox when you on it for about 2-3 days. But after that, you'll feel more energy. My 20s, I was a musician. I partied pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
I had a brain fog. Mm-hmm. I thought I'd kind of hurt myself. I thought my brain wouldn't come back.
Probably had a bunch of mucus in the brain and not enough minerals.
No, I got on that and it went.
That's good. That's good. But you went through a major detox though, right?
It was like 3 days.
Yeah, see, yeah.
I mean, I was in shape too.
So I'm not saying I'm against this type of water, but to me, this would be my last phase or my last option to make my own if I can find it already by the creator. That's all.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. It's just more like, even if you're in an area where you can't get access to that, there is options like technology has come that far.
Oh yeah, no, they got something called a hydrogen cup now that Joe Rogan been promoting a whole bunch. And you put regular H2O tap water into this cup, and it charges and infuses the water. And it actually add more hydrogen particles to it and changes the actual structure from H2O to technically H3O. You know, people gonna argue with that, but if you hydronizing your water, you're adding more hydrogen atoms to your water.
So it's free to attack the free radicals.
Exactly. Yeah, or what you would call ROSs, reactive oxidative species.
Awesome.
Yeah. Right. I see. You know what you're talking about.
I try.
Yeah.
I pay attention and just get locked.
Yeah, so no, but check that out too. Hydrogen water.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's another big thing. But that's all this is for real. Hydrogen water.
I made it this morning. It's Florida tap water, which tastes. I mean, it's okay. Tennessee's better, but like that's all it is. It's 9.5. So
yeah, you know it's crazy though. A lot of us, you know, do stuff like this, or you know, we won't drink the tap water. We spend millions and millions throughout 5 to 10 years on all these bottled waters, but we go wash our and we hold on. Look, we buy the bottled water, but we still go take showers in the tap water, baths in the tap water, wash our hands in the tap water. So it's like
I got a shower. I got a shower machine.
Yeah, but you have all these bottled waters at the crib though.
I'm good.
We had another question. We had another question from the band. Come on up here. I love the questions.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Blessings to you.
Blessings to you too, both of you guys. So my name's Buku Love. So I just have a question for you. So being in the Black community, we have our parents who just like to eat the way that they do. I have both parents who are diabetic. My mom also has some health problems. What would you recommend for when it comes to like trying to keep their wellness up for like the times when they get sick or like just when they're starting to come down with that?
So we gotta look at, and we gotta look at getting sick. Like what is getting sick? We don't get sick. You know, you don't catch colds, you don't catch a flu, you catch a detox. Like what the allopathic community and what the doctors have done is they have tricked us into believing that we sick and that we have illnesses, but it's actually our body going through symptomologies trying to get toxins out of the body. So I hope and pray that I get sick at least once every season, because that's my body naturally detoxing all the toxins that I get from environmental pollutants, eating foods that's been sprayed with things that's not supposed to be on it. So,
Did you just say that once a quarter that you should get sick?
Once a quarter you should get sick. I hope and pray for cold and flu-like symptoms every season. Your body come with a natural timing.
The kind of sick that knocks you out for a week or like a sniffle?
No, the ones it depends on. So the more toxemia that you have built up between the interstitial fluids of your cells, the longer you're going to be down. But the body goes through its natural.
It's a real quick question. The kind that makes you sick for a week, or the kind where you just can still recover?
It depends on what toxins that I've been in.
What do you wish for though? If you're like healthy.
If I'm healthy, just the kind, a couple of days and I'm gone.
But what's a couple of days look like?
A couple of days, sneezing, coughing, cold, mute. There's no such thing as contagious. That's a made up theory as well. Contagion actually comes from. No.
Okay, break that one down.
So there's no such thing as contagion. Contagion.
I'm gonna walk off so I don't interrupt.
Okay, but contagion. Contagion is a concept that comes from the Roman Catholic Church, and how the story goes is you will actually, if your faith in God was weak, or if your immune system was weak, you will actually catch a evil spirit, or you will catch a sickness. Once you catch this evil spirit or evil sickness because your faith in God or your immune system was weak.
But you're wishing for an evil spirit once a month? I mean, once every quarter?
No, see, this one you gotta listen. You gotta listen to my concept. So this is what I'm saying. Let me do this one first. Let's talk about contagion. So contagion is the belief that you can actually catch a sickness either spontaneously from microorganisms that's in the air, or you can catch the same sickness from touching on somebody or being in the same vicinity as somebody. Contagion is an idea that goes back to the priesthood. And this was that your sickness was your disease. If you had an evil spirit inside of you, that was your disease or virus. So we have to put them together. There is no difference between an evil spirit. There's no difference between a virus or a sickness. Right? Now, your doctor and your priest are the same exact people. When you actually catch this evil spirit because your faith was weak, now faith and immune system is the same thing. If your faith is weak or if your immune system is weak, you would catch a demon or an evil spirit, a sickness, or what you call a virus, right?
I got a question.
Oh, dang.
Real quick.
You ain't gonna even let me get the story out, man.
I have to understand. So you're telling me someone that I know that gets sick all a lot is because they have evil spirits?
No, this is what they tell you. I'm telling you that you're supposed to get sick if you introduce your body to environmental pollutants or toxic, or you eating mucus or acidic forming foods. I'm telling you that we have been put inside of this matrix and fed lies to believe that we have illnesses and diseases when we are magnificently and miraculously made, and these sicknesses is nothing but symptomologies of our bodies trying to detox pollutants and toxins out of our body. Whenever your body go through a purge and detoxification factor or process, you get symptoms from it. We have been taught that those very symptoms of our bodies naturally trying to detoxify themselves is sickness, when it's not.
I got some questions.
Like a fever. So, for instance, let's do this. Look, so for instance, you said a fever. She just said fever.
No, can I ask my question?
Hold on. Fever real quick. I just want to prove a point. So fever. When you see a fever, the body is heating up its core temperature to do two things: to kill off microorganisms that's overpopulating inside of the system, and to actually thin out the bloodstream for you can increase circulation in certain areas in your body, and it promotes sweating, because sweating through the skin is a form of what? Detoxification and getting rid of pollutants. They will tell you that a fever is a symptomology of a disease, but a fever doesn't sound like a symptomology of a disease at all. A fever sounds like the body is trying to detoxify. A cough.
Now, let's say this.
Let's do a cough, Dane.
Let me say this, because when it comes to fever, because I have a child, a baby. That's the first one I get to be around every day. When my child has a fever, it's just, to me, what the doctor told me, that means that something in his body is not right.
Yeah, no, facts. That's true.
Okay. Here's my question, because I'm confused. So and can you answer the question? And I need the language that I understand.
Gotcha.
You're very articulate, and I'm not a doctor, so you could tell me things, and if it sounds right, I'm gonna say yeah. But
I thought I was speaking in what they call layman's terms, though.
You thought that was layman's terms?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm having a confusion of, when you get, and I just need so I can understand it, not the explanation, just the answer, then I ask you for the explanation. When you look to get sick as a healthy person, once every 3 months, right? That, with the healthy person, does that mean that they have, I just need a yes or no so I understand. Does that mean that they have an evil spirit?
No, I don't believe in that concept.
I got you.
I don't believe in that concept.
I got you.
I was just explaining it to y'all.
I got you. Oh, you're saying that? Okay. So but you were saying when you get sick, that means it is an evil spirit?
No, I don't believe that at all.
I was confused.
I don't believe that. I was just telling y'all where these, the backstories of where these things come from. So once you learn these things, yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Dane. Once you learn these concepts and where they come from, these are not of our culture. These was created by Greco-Romans, and you will see that they have been putting this whole illusion on us called disease when there's no such thing called disease.
I think everything's an illusion.
It is.
That's been taught to us.
Facts.
So we're good. Thank you. I don't believe people a lot. I only believe people when I know the industry, when I study it, and then I can have a real combative conversation based on certain things. I'm not at that point. The only thing I could believe you on is based on someone that factually has said you've changed their life. And I trust prophecy. Because, let's say you were just a liar, then you could be a manipulator, and that could be the case. And you could be doing this because you can't say that there's not other people that only do this to make money, and sometimes they're hustling.
It's a bunch of charlatans out there.
Got it. So God made me lucky enough today to have someone in here, because I want you to win. I do believe what you're saying. I don't think you would hurt people on purpose. Prophecy brought you, I believe it.
Shouts out to Prof in Space, man.
Prof in Space.
Shouts out to them brothers.
And what I've heard, what they told me, is that you actually affect people's lives and make it better.
Yeah, millions of people.
Millions. Well, we just happen to have one here. Come on, please. And I want her, this is someone that told me that you changed their life. And now I have one in real time.
And y'all, I never met this woman till today, y'all. It's not set up, and I don't even.
Let me do that.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, brother. I'm just saying, because my bad, brother.
My show. I wanted to make sure that it was a person that I never met, a person that you never met, I wanted God to bring that person into my existence. You had given me people to call. I'm like, you could have prepped them. I don't want to call them. She didn't know you were coming. Right? Did you know?
No, I didn't.
So that's why I know when I visualize something. Remember I said, yo, I'm so busy, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't do no research. Remember? I was transparent. But this is all the research I need. When one out of there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, mostly black people in the room, you've affected 1 out of 12 people. That's a stat. And I want to give you props for that on live TV. And I don't know what she's going to say, but I'm curious. I'm going to give you the mic. And I want you to tell me everything so I know he ain't bullshit.
First, I want to say thank you.
Sit next to him.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Come on, give me that. Give me that. My name is Del Siobhan, by the way.
Del Siobhan.
And I actually just sent this morning my best friend your 10 fruit juice.
Oh, yes. It's called the YahkiAwakened geogenetic juice. Yeah. That's what healed me when I had my heart attack.
Okay, so that's what healed me. I was in a car accident back in 2021, and I'm a certified master herbalist myself. Herbs and teas is what I'm into. Thank you. So I was not taking any type of medication before that, and being in an accident, being in a hospital, fractured neck, tendonitis, arthritis, my spine was leaking fluid, hip shifted, like all of that, lungs very bruised, and I was on medication for all of that, and it made me sick as I thought. I was like, if the accident didn't kill me,
painkillers will.
The side effects, everything, I felt like I was going crazy. So on top of me throwing all my medication away and putting all my herbs in a pot and drinking that daily, and your juice cleanse, it literally saved my life.
What that juice did to me, it saved my life as well.
Okay, so again, thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you.
I'll be watching your lives and stuff too. So for me, having arthritis and all of this, it took me 9 months to like completely heal from that. And now you proved me wrong. I'm not an alkaline vegan because I eat cooked food.
Yeah, but
I eat cooked food.
Yeah,
but I wholeheartedly believe in everything that you say, and I feel like this is a walking, talking testimony right here because
I'm glad you was able to share this too.
Doctors told me I wasn't going to be able to sing again, dance again, do any of that again, and
But it just shows you when you hydrating the cells and you feeding the cells the right phytonutrients, macronutrients, and micronutrients, that cellular regeneration is possible. You can bring anything back. There's no such thing as it's being too late unless you just never do nothing about it.
Yeah,
seriously.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
Goodness.
So, I want to say this. Thank you. Can the band come back, please? If y'all could, come on back. Because of certain validation, and regardless of whether you can cure a diabetic or not, you're curing people. You're affecting their life. That's all I care about, bro. That you're helping our culture and you're leading by example. And what I like to do, number one, I feel like every person that cares about people cares about creative culture. They always have a different way of communicating, a creative way. And I already know you got a creative outlet. And what I like to do is, this conversation is important. You gave me the proper respect, and I appreciate you. You came to my hometown, flew in here. I respect all of that, honestly, because a lot of people don't have that kind of respect. And I respect what you're doing enough to showcase it, and I respect Prophecy and Space's word. Yeah. And I respect what she said, because everyone that I've met in this room has been really pure about art and love. And you know, we all have, I see everyone has a balance. They all got their own solo projects. They try to eat well, healthy environment. And I want you to I'm gonna play some of your. Cause you told me you.
Yeah, I do music.
You do music. So you're gonna give me. You gave. And let me introduce her real quick. Come on up here. So this is the DJ for the collective, and also takes beautiful pictures.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. You sent him.
I got the music.
You got his music. You sent her your music. So we're gonna play, and this band is talented. They're gonna hear it once or twice, and then you perform it. How many records you sent?
I sent 2.
I will do 2 records.
But I'm gonna let you DJ it though. So you telling me?
We're not gonna play over track. We're gonna let them listen. And you're gonna be a rock star, get on a spaceship.
Well, I'm in the spaceship. I'm in the seat.
Now you're gonna take it for a trip.
This is crazy.
Yo, bro, and that's the general. I don't call him the captain. I call him the general because I'm a general and I recognize one. General, take him to another galaxy. Take him to like an Anunnaki to meet an Anunnaki. The black ones that got the weed and the beer. And then also, I want to make an announcement. We're gonna come. Pause. I didn't tell y'all this. I think. If the date's available, we're going to do the Epic Center.
Yeah, Epic Center.
On the 26th in Atlanta. And him and I are going to talk it out. We're going to do some music. And I know you're recording, right? But you will be, though, right? Appreciate that. Because what we'll do is, what he does tonight, if he likes it, we'll just put it out. And now we just made 2 singles with someone that is helping the world. Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you.
Now, my gift to you, can you get a mic? Is that you could now fly the spaceship.
So what?
I'm gonna give you the steering wheel. I'm gonna give you a mic.
So having a microphone.
Yeah. Well, that's the general. Yeah, you can sit down. Whatever. So first, what we're gonna do. So this is what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna play the record, and then we'll start jamming, and then he'll do what he do. Y'all know the vibe. Then you'll cut the record once they get it. Let's just give them how long you think? 30 seconds.
Back on the mic. I didn't even ask to be on the mic.
He tried to put me on a juice diet. He want me to have a juice burger. Oh fuck.
It's too late. Losing contact. On me jacked up. This is practice. It's too late. Came in crazy, but